So Leeroy Jenkins is back in standard format, and it's been about a day since Whizbang's Workshop released, and people have already found a crazy scary way to murder their opponents with Leeroy in Paladin, thanks to the new card Fancy Packaging, which is a nice little 2/3 buff in combination with a card from last expansion, Shroomskavate, which gives Divine Shield and Windfury. So when you give Leeroy Windfury and you give him some really cheap, efficient buffs, there are other ways to buff Leeroy as well. You've got the Disco Mole, which can stack up for some crazy stats. All of that combined means, yeah, occasionally you're able to hit your opponent for 30 plus damage in a single turn with Leeroy, which might be the scariest Leeroy has ever been. And so far this deck has pretty good data early in the expansion, so this might be something we see altogether way too often. I kind of missed Leeroy, but at the same time I'm not looking forward to taking 30 to the face with a Windfury Divine Shield Leeroy. That does sound a bit like a nightmare, as you're gonna see in this video. Okay, I think we got a mulligan better. We just need 1-drops. Is this a bot name? Again, I don't know if this game will be in the video or not, but I need you guys to educate me on Hearthstone bot, the Hearthstone bot meta. In other words, is that a bot? I need to start learning the identifying factors, because if it is a bot, like, I don't really want to put these games in videos, but I don't know well enough right now to say. The few times I thought it was a bot before, like, their behavior has not really indicated bot to me. Like, you know, right now, for instance, wouldn't a bot just end the turn? Maybe a bot coins a needle rock. I don't know. All good questions. This is generating a bit too much upside, but we'll make it work. Disco Mall can clean it up if this dies, which this usually doesn't die though. Silverwing's really good. So really nice lethal hit here, right? Start jacking up this Disco Mall basically turn after turn, build into a Leeroy that hits for, I don't know, 1 billion damage basically. What is the new card in this deck? I just realized, like, is it really just Leeroy? Just occurred to me that, like, deck doesn't really have a lot of new cards. Oh, why don't I have Deck Tracker up, by the way? Oh my god, I'm such an amateur, bro. Ooh, Chaotic Tendril deck. I still want to play one of these, so that's fun. Does this deck have a new card? Oh, Tigress plushies in here. Yeah. Fancy Packaging, which we haven't seen yet. Yeah, there's a few. Not a ton, but enough, I guess. We can put those both in the thumbnail, maybe. Wonder if Leeroy will be in the thumbnail, though. Maybe I'll make Leeroy with some fancy packaging or something. That'd be fun. Yeah, Hand of a Doll's chill. It's not my favorite, but is this play or summon? Play. Okay. Important. I would probably play this over Hero Power regardless, of course, but still important to keep in mind. So Keeper Strength could be a pretty good reset if they build the board here. We also can kind of take a free Shroomskavate sometimes. Just get more upside, you know. Cattle Rustler. Also kind of cool, I suppose. We don't necessarily need a free bird, I guess. I don't know, man. I kind of just like this, giving me 2 dudes. I have the other Shroomskavate for Leeroy. So it's like, just give me some dudes, you know? This is making my weapon really big, really fast. It's up to 4/4. Leeroy would make it 5/5. That makes him an 11 attack minion with Shroomskavate. Of course, that makes it a 22 damage burst. Plus 3 is a 25 damage burst. I can do that very soon, assuming my board is empty. Obviously, I need an empty board for that to work. But Keeper Strength you could use too. But okay, that's It's a more empty board. I keep drawing these Keeper Strength. I think they're one of the worst cards in the deck, according to the mulligan win rates I saw. Let's see if this counterspell. It is. It is counterspell. Do we just Keeper Strength now? It's not the strongest. I guess Hand of It All lets me play the new cards. I like that more. I think that's more interesting for the weapon upgrades, right? Still push a lot of damage that way too. Okay. So we're up to 6/6 on the weapon. Leeroy would make that 7/7, which makes him a 13 attack card, which means with Shroomskavate, he's at 26. Now we did lose the coins, so we're not there yet. Another lightning sword from the opponent. So it's just like, yeah, we just need to get to 8 basically, and we're chilling. And of course, this is now getting even bigger as well. So we're going to be over 30 basically. Let's see what this turns into, and then it's probably just Protector. Ooh, Rush I'm cool with. Yeah, this is good too. I don't really need it for the Leeroy, so I don't think we mess with that. I think this is fine. Just clear the board. Draw a card. We're happy with all of those interactions. So we're up to 8/8, which Leeroy will make 9/9, which pushes Leeroy to 15, which means with Shroomskavate we have 30 damage. Now that's assuming a clear board. So unfortunately, I can't currently pop the Divine Shield on this Righteous Protector though. Oh, sick. I just need to lose. I need to lose the first time ever I want to lose a brawl. Please don't win the brawl. Nice. Yeah, we lost. Okay, cool. So they're just dead. Perfect. Perfect. Happy to lose a brawl for once. Yeah. An error. All right. Leeroy is a casual 30 damage OTK. Welcome back to standard format, everybody. Come on, dude. So I think the Cattle Rustler probably has a higher than expected mulligan win rate just because it does turn into charge minions, and we know the charge minions do. Yeah, it's actually pretty solid, top like 10, but we'll sort it out. This is fine. 2 minions on board for a Miracle Salesman sets you up in a Hand of a Doll. I kind of like it. Just to make sure we have a body down for this Hand of It All. Bright Cool is certainly the, you know, kind of better thing to go off here. I think for that very reason we probably buff this guy, right, to spread our threats a little bit, because they're gonna want to kill the Bright Cool, which means maybe we stick a 4/3 more often. So this is a great curve fill. Kaleidosaur is certainly not bad. We got a 3, we got a 4, we could probably find a 5. Great little start here. Oh, that's actually pretty nuts, isn't it? Shoot. What a great card. Leeroy in hand. Okay, so we're already finding some damage, like we said. Pretty good odds to draw into one of those. Good reload here. 4 damage right back at it. Okay, they're hurting themselves a little. That's good for our lethality. Warlock, of course, has scary ways to heal and stuff, but we're still happy. Divine Shield and Reborn. My God, if I could pick 2, I think those would be the 2. That's fantastic. So sticky, dude. They are never gonna get rid of that damage. Heart Blossom is actually pretty solid too. We like buffs. So 7 damage showing, 6 with Leeroy's, 13. This kind of deck you want to keep a count, I think, going as much as you can. Probably just playing Kaleidosaur and Heart Blossom, but definitely they're on the back foot. Forge of Wills, just not very good right now. Are they really just gonna like eat through a Hi-Ho Silverwing? And I guess they're gonna chip through this guy? They must have a good 2-mana play, huh? So much like this is oh, I see. Spicy. They're down to 17. This was a great line. Defile's fantastic. Very spicy. Yeah, we'll go Kaleidosaur into Protector though. That's just fine. Stealth and poisonous. Ah. Stealth is kind of cool. Poisonous, I mean, if they play a Fanatum or something, it could be cool. So Leeroy plus Heart Bloom is just 8. Let's keep that in mind. And we have 4 already. Oh, poisonous here, though, is really nice. Probably just do that, don't we? Keeper's Strength is also pretty neat, though. Does it says deal its attack damage? It does not say it deals its attacks. I don't think the poisonous in essence works. So I think this one we probably do just have to trade in. We have enough 1 costs left, right? We still have a righteous and the little attack lady, the right cool. So yeah, this should be fine. So probably go with stone, boogie down, just trade. Still another pretty good sticky board here. And we're still building towards this Leeroy as well. Yeah, I don't think this would ever activate poison as I read it. I'd be happy to be proven wrong, but I don't think so. So Leeroy Shroomskavate is also something to keep in mind here. Shroomskavate is not a holy spell, so you can't draw it off Hi-Ho Silverwing. Just double checked that. So we gotta find that one organically. But you know, there are other ways to buff Leeroy too. If we had a Disco Maul, Hand of It All, that all rhymes quite nicely. Have 2 of those maybe. It's pretty good. I want to tech in a tiny little bit of spell damage in this deck. The file again, bro. Oh, okay, this lives at least. Not a good result necessarily, but it's alive. Oh, another big taunt though. Yikes. Keeper's Strength with Leeroy. It's cool and everything, but it's a 10 mana play, man. It's not very good right now. These taunts, I feel like this actually legit feels like an old school matchup, by the way. Like, I feel like I'm playing like Handlock or something here, you know? I can take 14, 21, right? I mean, this is 9. I don't really have a Keeper's Strength to clear. I don't know if I can take another 7 because I'm not really addressing the board very well. Like if this lived, like, yeah, maybe there'd be some Keeper Strength. I don't know if I can take an extra 7. Like, I want to equip the weapon to get it good. I mean, Leeroy Shroomskavate would still be insane because we could use it to trade through a Fiend and attack maybe. Although that math is still a bit off because I can't activate the Death Rattle. Oh my god, these Forge of Wills. I'm gonna trade into this twice. Just give me a card and not deal 7. Oh no, Drain Soul. Okay, that makes more sense. I like that better. I need oh, Leeroy Shroom. So I'm dead if I don't deal with this board. Hero Power. Like, this is a really cool 8 mana line, but I don't. I think I have to find a treasure. I don't know what it would be though. There's nothing good enough. Brawl. Swap attack with another minion. It's actually not bad, right? I don't think it's enough to keep me alive though, is it? I'm still dead on board at 16, yeah. Shoot, bro. Dang, man, maybe they won't notice. I don't think that's likely, but you never know. Oh my god, are they gonna miss lethal? Oh my god. Oh my god, are they gonna miss lethal? Oh my god. Maybe they have another way to get lethal? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. They miss lethal. This happens sometimes, right? When you're playing a control deck, your brain gets in a groove and you just say to yourself, oh yeah, dude, I gotta defend. Is this lethal? It's gonna be 4/4 10. Yeah. 100% lethal. Wow. Bailed out, dude. Bailed out. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. if you had just asked me, hey, should I keep a charged minion before I played this deck, I would say no, save that for later, of course. But I looked at the mulligan win rate data. The charge minions are very high. Sir Finley is number 1, but Freebird and Leeroy are both really good. I think basically you need those finishers. So the important thing is like make sure you have a finisher because there's only like 2 in the deck. So just ensuring that you have your lethality is important. You'll find everything else, like the curve is so low that you won't miss elsewhere, right? So you just have to make sure you hit there. This is just insane when it connects, isn't it? My God. Absurd amount of stuff already. 2 1 cost 2 3s. This card is silly, dude. Muscleotron. So they've got some big hand buff action. This deck is a little bit less about hand buff and a little bit more about board buff. You know, like Shroomskavates and stuff are just bigger. Do we just go with the Tigress plushie, man, and just start absolutely smacking this dude? We could get a 2-3 down again maybe and just trade in the Righteous Protector. Maybe that's better to save a little bit of rush upside with buffs, in particular of which there are quite a few in this deck that gives us a little bit more trainability. I mean, this is just MVP though. My God. The victorious Rykul is definitely a victorious win more sort of card, because in your head, man, you start dominating. Yeah, see, they're spending a lot of time hand buffing, which is scary. Like, yeah, see, that's like a big heal, for instance. It's kind of spooky. So Leeroy Shroomskavate's available, but not till 8 mana. Shroomskavate itself, 3 here. That's 6, 12, 15. But we kind of need to deal with this. Like, even if I have to trade in the Divine Shields times 2, I think it's kind of mandatory. Let's see what we excavate into, right? Yeah, that's not our favorite, unfortunately. We just can't have this healing, basically. We know there's the other one, but it's not going to be as hand buffed. Of course. It'll be not hand buffed at all, in fact. I don't know if we kill this or if we just go face. I think we can cycle, it's fine. Ooh, I like this a lot. Protect our Windfury threat. Yeah, that's good stuff. So he points down to 14. I did lose one of my Windfuries, but of course I think Leeroy still presents a lot of potential lethality. Painter's Virtue is big. It's not even a card this deck has. It's crazy, dude. This deck just abandoned basically all of the life, like the hand buff stuff. So we have 6, 8, 9. Leeroy is 6. That's 15. We are so freaking close. Draw a holy spell, but this does heal them, so I don't think we'll have lethal in this case. But Keeper's Strength, not a play for us just yet. We're just kind of floundering here a little bit, man. I might just play a Freebird since I have the Leeroy in hand. Just push a little bit of extra damage once again, you know. I'm worried about how much more life gain the opponent manages to muster here, because they've been mustering a fair bit of life gain. Dude, this Rykul has attacked every single turn. It's been working since turn 1 and we're on turn 6. How many they're finally killing it? Is it too late? Did I just generate too many cheap 2-3s for them to recover? I mean, these are really big, but they have to have some kind of life gain to make it worth it, right? It's not worth it for just raw stats because they just die. They don't have life gain. None of this matters. Oh, Taunt's kind of like life gain, but we still have our Tigress plushie to help us get through a little bit. Or could arguably use a Keeper's Strength as well. So like hit, Keeper strength for 4. Still not a lethal setup though, man. We're still just a little off. Disco Mole, still not great either. I'm just barely chipping along here, man. We're just like a little too many taunts. A little bit too much stuff in the way. I mean, we're getting there, right? We're getting there. So close. Like, do I need to revisit any lethal outs? I don't know. So Leeroy's gonna gain +4/+4 if they clear the board. If they don't, of course, we'll see. So imagine if we draw, you know, Shroomscavate basically. Oh, they got Water Source. That's nice. Not enough to stop Leeroy though. They need more help. These are so big, dude. 2 mana 7/7's very good. It's just not enough to win quite yet. They probably just clear the board here. Which means Leeroy just sets up for the victory if they clear the board. Because he's 10 plus the weapon is 3. Could even, like we said, get Shroomscavate or something too. Of course, another one. Another one. Boop. Leeroy's back, and he's sometimes, what, a 22 damage play. If we had Shroomscavate right now, he'd be 22. Hunter in particular, you're at risk of falling behind a little bit, so would have been nice to hit a 1-drop. It's just like, how much do you commit or not? Finley would have been really nice in my last game, which you may or may not see, but I'm a little unhappy with it now. Silverwing, Animal Companions. I mean, this could get huffered, I guess. Like, I don't want it to just get huffered for free. Not that I would care too much if huffer just trade it in, but might have a better moment where it gets to stick later. Misha, we can deal with Mole or Fancy Packaging. We're still exposed to the huffer though, so I think we just get this going. Just get it moving. So we can use this Disco Mole for the Freebird, like lethal kind of side of things if we want, or maybe just have to use it to keep up on board, you know? Sometimes you can't get too greedy with stuff. Just a Leok. That's not too scary. We'll just Kaleidosaur on curve here. That's totally fine. Gets us closer to Finley. Gets sometimes some nice stuff on board. A 2/3 with Rush is good. What did this get? Lifesteal? It's hard to tell when it has Lifesteal because the poison icon takes over the Lifesteal icon, so. I mean, Lifesteal's fine against Hunter, I guess. We also have the Tigress plushies in here, which can get us some nice lifesteal.
No one's going to believe this.
Offer probably just trades here, right? Observer of Myths. Yeah, Leok trade. Like, how much pressure do I feel to use the weapon? Oh, with plushie, the answer might be 0 pressure. I think, I mean, Myth needs to die. I guess we just trade in this 2/3, right? Yeah, I think this is totally fine. No need to get fancy. Yeah, the Myth buff is permanent, right? Yeah, okay, it's not an aura. I was thinking, did I trade in the wrong order? Could I have a 2/1 alive? But no, the observer buff is not like that. Not something we're particularly good at without Keeper Strength, which of course we just don't have. Could go Freebird here and just attack. Just push for potentially, what, 11 plus 3 is 14? Probably not right, but I kind of don't hate it. This is fine for now. Any good AoEs on this? No. I mean, do I trade this in? Do I go face?
Any problem?
They have certainly ways to benefit, like the location, the bonus effects guy, the crackling razor maw guy, you know, whatever he's called. But it also feels like it's saddle up. Yeah, that's another one. It also feels a little bit wasted though in some ways. Okay, well, I don't mind this so much. Like, they're gonna get a decent board back, but I'm not like getting overwhelmed right now necessarily. Oh my god, they're just hitting all 3 drops. Are you kidding me? Everything is premium, dude. This is, remember, this gives you 3 or less. You can't see it, but they could be getting like idiots. They got, are you serious? I just never in my life seen anything quite like that. You want to talk about just picking your cards? Actually unbelievable. I am beyond tilted. Unbelievably angry. We're at 9-9. I'm just thinking, like, do I save for lethals? Do I kill this to maybe like protect, you know, like I'm gonna have some monster stats. Is this maybe the only poisonous card they have access to, sort of thing? I'm gonna go ahead and attack. I think it's just too greedy to wait. Like, we're too far behind on board right now to lose like a 10-10 buff. Like, we just have to, I have to keep them occupied a little bit more than that, I think. This deck, you know, we can kind of grind out a little bit late. Sir Finley, this is pretty good. Oh, great. I can't, oh, they have rush still. Perfect. Yeah, trade that in first. Yeah, do it that way. Please be garbage. Hey, some garbage. Nice. Okay. The observer is still... I counted. Okay, interesting. Hey, garbage. Finally. Nice. See, this is what we wanted last time. That's what we needed. More garbage. Yes. This is justice. This is justice. So 4 minions left for that. This is really not that big anyway, though. Scheme of things. Okay, that was a good hit. Okay, that could have been a lot worse, right? Like, I'm not as mad anymore, you know? 1/1 Murlocs here is actually really legit. Let's try the gem first, see what we find. Tendrils don't really do much. Magnetic, this is just a beast. It's probably disco, right? We just take another roll, basically. Yeah, this only hits enemies, so that's fine. It's the war gear again. The game really wants me to get a war gear, I guess. Fine. It's big. Chill with that. Really good Finley, though. Murlocs. Do we trade in on Murlocs? I don't know, man. They've already played both saddle up, so probably not, but I'm just sick of dealing with these wide boards, so I'm gonna over respect it. This is probably summon a 3/3. So now with war gear pushing some damage potentially, although do we have to kill Agrimar or can we just go face? I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. Coin into a 3? What's it gonna be? Field command? Oh, Mantle Shaper again. Okay, that's such an interesting card to see in here. Random 2 cost. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. Yeah. I can finale this, I suppose, if I play a free bird, but I don't think that's right. I think trading in my snake oil is probably better off most of the time. Oh, I can still finale now. Okay. That's cool too. We need to kill this guy. I don't really love it, if I'm being transparent. He doesn't really turn into Well, I guess the card draw is actually maybe the problem. Yeah, I guess maybe we respect the card draw. I'm cool with that logic. I don't know, what do we have left? Do we even have 3 left? We do, yeah, nice. The card draw, I mean, they're kind of getting light on resources, as are we, obviously. Like, clearly we're not in a much better place, but I did just thin my deck a lot, which is nice. That can certainly help. But I do need to start ending the game. A Shroomskavate on this war gear, for instance, would be very delightful. Oh, nice. Are you serious? Yep. It takes, man, I tell you what, guys, I don't want to rant. It's like I don't want to rant, but I'm just always mystified how many people's prime directive in Hearthstone, after 10 years, mind you, it's been 10 years. And so many people's prime directive in the game is still to win at all costs. It doesn't matter, like, what, you know, the deck's irrelevant to them, the theme is irrelevant to them, the style of victory is irrelevant. They just want to, at all costs, maximize their win rate. Which, you know, nothing wrong with that. Play the game how you want to play, but I'm just always surprised that people will instantly cling to the best possible deck and they will just play that deck as long as it is the best possible deck. You know, it's not about like exploring other decks or trying out different cool fun things or you know, building a cool thematic deck. Like, oh, this is a really awesome card. Maybe it's a symptom actually of the like synergistic creep in Hearthstone where you can't afford to play those decks because you just always lose. Because if you do, you're gonna have the experience I'm having. Well, not right now because we're playing kind of a real deck too, right? But a lot of the time I will try to play a fun meme deck and I will just lose a lot to like the real decks of the meta and I will get frustrated. So they're probably having the exact same sort of experience, right? Yeah, I think Plushy Heart Blossom here is pretty chill. I'm gonna push this face. One of these dies. We trade it on the other one. We play a Raikou. Oh no, we play a 2/3. Well, that's what I had, but I haven't attacked yet. Okay. Pretty nice board. Death Knight definitely can have ways to deal with this, but this is a really swarmy board this early, which is good news because even if I do lose this board, if they manage to deal with it somehow, you know, we've still got some big damage potentially incoming. Wow. Okay, this living is a big deal. It's a ton of bonus damage. Do they have a coin play for this? Not yet. Frost Plague, huh? Bro, I'm gonna use a Shroomskavate here. Big damage, dude. Even more damage. Let's go. I dig it. Leeroy's almost there on his own, man, but Leeroy Shroomskavate on 8 is a chill 12, so. You know, this, if you really squint, really squint, this looks like a lot like Leeroy Shadow Step. That was a 5 and a 3, right? If you Shadow Step a Leeroy, although cheaper back in the day, way back in the day, but very, very similar. It's a second Leeroy attack for 3 mana, basically. Okay, do they have life gain? They do. Okay, so currently, actually, we still technically have lethal though, because this is 3 and this is 12. Yeah, nice. Okay. Oh, hold up. Never mind. We're on 7 mana. Just kidding. I lied to you. We're not on 8 yet. Leeroy hand is 8 and 3 is 11, which, man, that's really close too. But we'll definitely have to wait though. We need to make sure the Leeroy connects when he's a real threat. Huh, free bird, eh? Maybe we play this? Just, you know, that little 2 damage chip might matter. It shouldn't, but if we see some more healing, you know, this is 12, so they played another Death Strike, for instance, they'd go to 12. Maybe that's the difference maker. If we need to go to 9 mana, we need fancy packaging, but we don't. Oh man, it's kind of sad that base Leeroy's gonna win, but we'll give it the Divine Shield anyway, so they feel a little bit better maybe. They're like, oh, he had a ton, so it wasn't as close as you fear.